Our opponent is unlikely to be able to do anything too crazy right now. Okay. Wow. Holy cow, folks. That's fantastic. We are very happy about that. Welcome back to Jank. I am glad you are here, and I am glad to be here. Today's Jank is in Historic. We're going to be playing some Kroxa Plus. Well, and what do we mean by that? Well, the main way we want to kill our opponent is with Kroxa Titan of Death's Hunger, because I love this card. Any excuse to play this card is a good excuse as far as I'm concerned. What direction are we going? Well, first of all, we just want to cast it, right? Second of all, we want to bring it back. Until the end of turn, that creature gains, when this creature dies, return to the battlefield under its owner's control. So you get to bring it right back and have Kroxa do its thing again. Call the Death Dweller. Bring back a creature, CMC 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield, put a Death Touch counter and a Menace counter on him. Do it again, right? Do the thing again. In that same way, we want to Agadeem's Awakening. You know, any number of target creatures, different CMC or less, or of X or less. So we hit this for like 6 or 7, bring back a 3-drop and a Kroxa or something, right? Nicol, Bolas, whatever. And, you know, whatever else is in our graveyard. The other one here is Lazav, right? Many of you have probably already seen this. We've done this on the channel before, but never for YouTube. So we're going to try it now. Lazav the Multifarious, 2 mana, 1/3 legendary creature. When it enters, surveil 1. Pay X mana. Lazav the Multifarious becomes a copy of target creature in the graveyard with CMC X, except his name is Lazav the Multifarious. It's legendary in addition to its other type and has this ability. So, theoretically, we can just cast Kroxa normally and then cast Lazav and then turn Lazav into a Kroxa and attack with it, right, later on. And since Kroxa's converted mana cost is actually 2, it only costs 2 to turn Lazav into a Kroxa later on, right? So a lot of the time we'll actually probably be returning to the battlefield when we do that a Lazav, because our Kroxa will be just fine in the graveyard. As long as we can be attacking with Lazav, we're happy. We also are Nicol Bolas the Ravager deck, because I love this card as well. If the game draws out, we have an end of the game win condition. 7 mana, turn it into a crazy powerful Planeswalker. But it also normally is 1-for-1 as soon as it comes in, because when it enters, each opponent discards a card. So, first of all, it doesn't even target. So against like the Pillow Fort deck and stuff, doesn't matter. Each opponent discards. So we kind of get a little bit of our value there. Then how do we fill out the rest of the deck? Well, mainly with a lot more control. 4 Bloodchief's Thirsts, a couple of Thoughtseizes. The Bonecrusher Giants for killing small things. Pestilent Haze gives all creatures -2/-2, or takes loyalty counters off of Planeswalkers, right? Inscription of Ruin for early game removal, or discarding opponent's cards so that Kroxa is more effective and is more likely to stay around. We don't want him killing our Lazavs, right? And then 2 fun ofs in the Thief of Sanity. I'm not convinced this is actually the best card in the slot, folks, but I love Thief of Sanity. And another card that works really well with Lazav. Whenever Thief of Sanity comes down, people kill it immediately. They kill it as fast as they can. Nobody likes getting hit with Thief of Sanity. So Lazav can just turn into Thief of Sanity as well if it's already in the graveyard. So again, only a 2 of, and it's quite possible this is maybe better as Thoughtseize or something, you know, the other 2. But who cares about that? We're absolutely thrilled to be able to play a little bit of Thief of Sanity again. I miss this card. So without further ado, let's get to some games, shall we? All right, folks, here we are against the Great Red Dragon, who is playing Kahira the Orphan Guard. Very likely a hard control deck, but I guess it could be cats or something. We are going to keep this because Lazav does surveil 1. We're really hoping we don't get stuck on lands, but since we have a 2-lander on the draw, 2-lander on the play, very scary, 2-lander on the draw, a little less scary. Okay. Should be okay. Yeah, I think we're still going to lead on the Malakir Rebirth. That is definitely a card we don't want stuck in our hand because of Missing land drops, right? Yeah, indeed. All right, fine. Lazav, oh, just enters immediately. Feels good, man. Yes, we actually do want to make sure to keep hitting our land drops here. That is very important against control decks. Opponent passing. All right, you got it. Inscription of Ruin. Target opponent discards 2 cards. We aren't expecting this to resolve, folks. Indeed. Taste it, Great Red Dragon. All right, Lazav, get on in there. Nicholas Bolas. Does this one resolve? We expect not. In fact, no, it does not. But Lazav can now turn into Nicol Bolas next turn. And that is good. That's a very, very real clock, folks. Right now, we're kind of slowly pecking away at him. All right. Lazav the Multifarious. Getting settled the wreckage? Oof. Yeah, we'll take that. Feels bad, I'm not gonna lie. All right. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That is unfortunate, folks. Ugh. Yeah. Kroxa. Just enters. Opponent discards a land. We're actually just going to slam a Nicol Bolas the Ravager here. To, yeah, make him discard more. Also, likely, that is going to make their life just a little difficult here. Shadow the Sky. We draw a card. All right, fair enough. That is annoying. Opponent untaps some cards. Well, let's start with Call of the Death Dweller. We're going to bring back Kroxa and get rid of this last card in their hand here. Yeah. It's just a land. Fair enough. Well, then that means we're going to pay 2 life. Bloodchief's Thirst away that Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. No question about it. That card needs to go, ladies and gents. That card needs to go. But we do have Lazav getting ready to show up next turn. And it will be copying a Kroxa Titan of Death's Hunger. Opponent goes bottom on their scries. That can't be too bad for us. Narset, Part of Reveals. Coming on down. Sure. Opponent goes looking, finds and absorb. All right, Pestilent Haze. Remove 2 loyalty counters. All right, we're going to exile a whole bunch of things from our bin. Kroxa will be counterspelled. Because otherwise they just lose it anyway, so then they don't even gain the life. But that does make it much more likely our Lazav survives, right? They didn't get a chance to scry or anything on this. Ooh, interesting. All right, well, Lazav, Surveil 1. Very likely to send whatever this is to the bin. No, actually, we're going to keep that. Believe it or not. That's actually a good one. Alright. Castle Vantress Scries. Search for Skanta also going to get an opportunity to scry here. And then it's going to flip, which is not great news. They go top. Oh, crud. Seagate Restoration. Man, that's a bummer. Well. X equals 2. Copying Kroxa. Pass. We're going to attack at Great Red Dragon's face. All right. Very carefully tapping to... Oh, wow! They accidentally spew off the mana. Oh, no. Okay, they add it to their hand. I see. Okay. Yeah, this is actually fine. So we're going to kick, destroy, return. It's going to be Kroxa. We're going to destroy that creature. So they get the trigger happen here. Then we cause them to take 9, and that is good game. Great Red Dragon, good game. All right, folks, we are up against Pygophile. Good luck, Pygophile. And yeah, I think we can keep this hand. It's not amazing, but I think it's fine. Between this game and the last one, we actually decided we needed Claim to Fames instead of Call the Death Dweller. So we went ahead and made that change. I think it's pretty much a strict upgrade. We could get back just a Thief of Sanity with Call the Death Dweller, but Claim to Fame I think is just better, considering what we really want to be doing, folks, is getting back Kroxa. You kidding me? That's what we want. Oh. Well, our opponent is doing not wholesome things over there. No question about it. So we need to return the favor as best we can. Crocs Titan Death's Hunger. Discard a card, opponent. It's a second, or their second copy of Skirk Prospector. Alright. Phyrexian Tower. Can't cast Wily Goblin unless Skirk Prospector sacrifices itself, which seems like not a great idea. Opponent gets in for 1. And passes? Wow, alright. Yeah, I guess we're just going to Thief of Sanity here. I think this is probably better than Bonecrushering. Our opponent is unlikely to be able to do anything too crazy right now. Okay. Wow. Holy cow, folks. That's fantastic. We are very happy about that. Them getting rid of the Skirk Prospector. Of course, we're not happy about the Ringleader. Don't misunderstand that, but... Alright. Let's hit. Alright, so we get a Conspicuous Snoop. Nothing crazy. But it is some action for later. Gonna make our opponent discard another card. Ooh, they have to get rid of a Goblin Chieftain? They must have a really good hand, folks. Getting rid of Goblin... Oh, this has to be a Muxus then, right? Or no, they're planning on getting a Muxus with Ringleader, I guess. That makes sense. Yeah. They don't get a Muxus with Ringleader. They do get a Krenko. So let's go ahead and get in. 4-6. We definitely don't want them having that, but getting rid of all of those cards is actually very, very good. Yeah, let's just Chieftain and Snoop, I guess. We are now fielding quite a board, and our opponent doesn't yet have enough mana to be able to go crazy with... Yeah, exactly. So, we're going to get in with everybody. Our opponent just takes it all. Yeah, we're going to take your Muxus. Feels good, man. And good game, Pagophile. Good game. Oh, boy. All right, folks. Here we are up against Moonwing. This is a pretty questionable hand. No blue mana. And I think we're going to have to lead on Agadeem's Awakening. And this is a kind of a good card in our deck, but I think this hand, all in all, is pretty capable. The Pestilent Haze, pretty good in several matchups. Oh, boy. I don't think this is ever going to be a matchup that's good for us, actually. All right. Well, we're going to start on Swamp, then. Opponent, Guardian Isles. We're going to Kroxa. We're kind of planning on Inscription of Ruining next turn, maybe the following turn, but, you know. Making them discard 2 cards typically is pretty good because they dump their hand relatively quickly. They typically have a lot of mana rocks and things, right? Yep, indeed. Well. Yeah, I mean... Gotcha. It's really tempting to wait on that, you know, for one more turn, but they could slam something and really make our lives really difficult. Kind of like that. That does count just a little bit. But it's also true that if they do play something powerful like that, we do have Nicol Bolas to get the final card in their hand, which is good, right? Oh, well, sort of good. All right, well. Combat. We can make him lose 6 more life this turn. I think we'll wait on it. Opponent puts 3 charge counters on Blast Zone. This is kind of what we were thinking they might do. Sure. Opponent gains a couple of life. Oh, they're going to wait until combat? I see. Sure. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, so let's get in for 4. Opponent just takes it. Wow. And yeah, we're just going to cast a Thief of Sanity. Enters tapped. Opponent does not use the Blast Zone. Wow. Oh, wow. Seriously? Folks, come on. That is really frustrating. All right, well. Claim. Malakir Rebirth. Yep. Opponent down to 9. Yeah, that was a really fortunate top deck for them. Man. Ugh. That stings. Alright, Forsaken Monument. Really putting in work for our opponent. I think they would be dead right now if it weren't for Forsaken Monument, but... yeah. Opponent drawing a million cards. Sure, we get milled down to 26 cards left in the library. Take our beats down to 4. We would normally have been able to do this, but we can't. Yeah. Good game, opponent. All right, folks, we're back here doing the wrap-up. Midway through the videos, I realized that, you know what? The Call of the Death Dweller just isn't very good, so let's switch it out for Claim to Fame. And I think we were happier with that. Definitely had some sweet games there. I enjoyed the deck. Is it tier 1? Certainly not. Is it tier 2? No. If there was a tier 3, would it be included? Maybe. It wasn't terrible. It was honestly pretty good, I think. Definitely had a lot of controlling options. We'll see. The Pestilent Haze didn't come up very often, though admittedly we wanted to see it against goblins. It turns out we didn't even need it against goblins, that particular game, because we got to run away with the game with Thief of Sanity and whatnot. So, I don't know. Maybe we could do something with getting rid of Pestilent Haze in favor of something else, or, you know, something like that. But on the whole, I really did have great time. So I recommend you checking it out. If there are any other changes you feel like, wow, you really should have thought about this, definitely let me know down in the comments below. That's always helpful. Would help me probably when I go to stream with this. I would appreciate it. So you folks have a wonderful day. I'll catch you next time.